Hey, what's up, guys? This is WiseGuyVito here, and today I have another video for you guys. And this one will be on a weapon that just came out. It actually just came out, and effectively got some changes to it, and that is the double-edge sickle. This gun is very, very good, in my opinion. It was very good whenever it first came out, but Airhead felt the need of changing it because they felt that it was lacking both in damage output, but also the risk reward factor of it, because the thing about this gun is that the gun deals damage to you as you fire it, but as you ramp up higher and higher and higher heat on the weapon, it does more damage, but also does more damage to you, right? So it's like a self-inflicting damage, but it's throwing out more damage, right? They changed it to where it no longer just does straight medium armor penetration. Now, what it does is that at the very beginning of it, the very few beginning shots of it, it's light armor penetration. Then it leads into medium armor penetration with like a slight damage buff. Then it does more medium armor penetration, more damage, and then whenever it starts setting you on fire, it does AP4, right? Which is heavy armor pen. So this would be good against like chargers and stuff like that, right? You can actually punch through charger armor and stuff, as an example, or Hulk armor. Overall, I feel like this is the overall change, I think, is a nerf. And the reason why that I say that is because this gun sucks if you don't have fire resistant armor. It is terrible. Okay. In my opinion, I would not be running this weapon with any armor set in the game that doesn't have some sort of fire resistant armor to it. It's got to have fire resistant to it. There's only two armors in the game that have fire resistant to it. So there's the one that gives you 75% resistance to fire damage, and there's the Killzone one, which gives you 50%. The Killzone one is not bad. It's not optimal in my opinion. You can run the double-edged sickle with the Killzone armor, but the one that you really want is the one that comes with Freedom's Flame War Bond, because that gives you a flat 75%. That's the one that you want to wear. As far as using this weapon with that particular armor, it's a humongous buff, because now you're always going to be at the level of where you're taking the most damage, and you're just and you're going to be doing so much damage. You're going to be punching through armor that you probably shouldn't be punching through, but you can, because that's the mechanic of the weapon now. So overall, I feel like it was a nerf, because you can't really use this gun with just regular armor, or just armor that's not fire resistant. You just can't, in my opinion. I'm going to show you guys some clips on the reason why I say this. If you don't run a vitality booster with regular armor, and even sometimes from what I've seen, is that even with vitality, like with the vitality booster, which, by the way, you want to be running the vitality booster as well as part of like the build crafting of this. You want to be wearing fire resistant and the vitality booster. But as far as regular armor, though, right? Even if you wear a vitality booster, if you don't wear a vitality booster, you're not going to reach the AP4 version of the gun. Whenever the gun ramps up so much where you're set on fire, when you get AP4, you are going to have to take stems if you're wearing just regular armor in order to reach AP4. So now you're wasting a consumable in order to reach AP4, right? To reach the most optimal the gun can be, right? If you have a vitality booster with regular armor, it's still not great. It still feels really, really bad. If you wear 50%, or like the Killzone armor, which gives you a 50% resistance to fire damage, right? That's doable. Even with the vitality booster, it feels way better. But you know, the kill zone one with a vitality booster or without it, it's doable, right? Where the gun truly shines, in my opinion, to where the gun becomes an S tier option, in my opinion, against all factions in the game, is the fire resistant armor. Just the Freedom's Flame, 75% fire resistant armor, and you have to have a vitality booster with it. You know, before this change, you can even wear like medic armor and just stem out, right? You can kind of do that now, but again, by the time that you are done with one encounter, like a bug breach, a bot drop, an illuminate spaceship drop, right? You're going to be out of stems most of the time, and then you're going to be running around trying to find more health and more stems, unless someone on your team has a supply pack, unless they have the stem pistol, or like the stem revolver that, you know, they can shoot you and heal you basically, or if the supply drop, the supply pod is off cooldown, right? To me, like I said, I feel like that this gun is overall it's nerfed because now it's pigeonholing you into a particular build now, and there's no wiggle room with this weapon. This weapon, in my opinion, you have to use it with fire resistant armor in order for it to be good, right? If you don't wear fire resistant armor, you're going to be struggling because you're not going to have enough stems. You're going to be low on health all the time. Everything can one-shot you basically, because you're just constantly just going to be taking damage and trying to find health and stem out and stuff like that. I feel like this gun is like at best average. At best average. You know, I'll give it average with any other with any other armor set in the game. I'll give it that for the most part. If you wanted my honest opinion on it, without being nice to it, I feel like it's a below average pick because, again, you are hurting yourself so much and you're going to have to be taking so many stems that, in my opinion, it's not worth it. At that point, which, by the way, a lot of people are like, we don't have the good medium armor penetrating rifle in the game. We have the Adjudicator. The Adjudicator's great. I love the Adjudicator. The Adjudicator's a sleeper pick, in my opinion. I might need to do a video on that because a lot of people seem to think that we don't have a good medium armor penetrating rifle. We do. It's the Adjudicator. The Adjudicator is amazing. It's great. It's fantastic. But anyways, I'm going to show some clips here at the very end. It'll be a progression from basically armor, just regular armor with no vitality boost, to regular armor with vitality boost, to the 50% kill zone armor, or like the 50% fire resistant kill zone armor with no booster, the kill zone armor with a vitality booster, the fire resistant armor, and the fire resistant armor with a booster. And you can definitely see a difference, especially like on the regular armor. You don't even reach AP4 and that's not, and this is without using stems, because I feel like that's how you know how bad it is, in my opinion. So, as always, like, share, and subscribe. I appreciate your guys' support thus far on these videos. Greatly appreciate it. Comment down below what you guys think about the double-edged sickle. I'm kind of curious about what you guys think. And I'll see you in the next one. Bye-bye.
And fear the shadow of neither death nor tyranny, but justice.